Okay, I'm here with Mario Ahuactzin. Mario, could you introduce yourself, the name of your school, and how long you've been
Sure,
with martial arts growth?
sure. Thank you. My name is Mario Ahuactzin, and I'm the owner of Blacksmith Martial Arts Academy here in Mexico City.
Great. And what was the initial problem that, or what made you just to initially look to utilize martial arts growth?
Well, actually, I have been running my business for almost a little bit more than 2 years. So I already have been growing, but I noticed that my promotion and getting more students become harder, and I did not have the right promotion. So that's why I started to looking for, let's say, for trying to do something new to increase this. So that's how I find you guys.
Great. And since you started utilizing this, what's the biggest difference that you've seen? What's kind of been your big aha moment?
It completely changed my mind as an entrepreneur, not only as a professor. The good thing is that I already have built up a strong team in my academy that at this point, I'm not, let's say, thinking as a professor. I'm thinking as a businessman. So because of that, I'm pushing my team in order to try the new things, try to, work on these MDO offers for all of my teams, that we are completely exploring new ways of working. So because of this, we are actually really excited about doing this way of working. And of course, it's really helpful right now in these restrictions that we're having because of the pandemic.
Right. And how has your vision for your business changed since you started utilizing the Dojo Student Blueprint?
It completely changed it. First, I had, let's say, a vision that I wanted to start growing the first location that I already have and run, which is at the north of Mexico City. I was thinking on a, let's say, linear way that thinking of investing on a second one, for example, at the south of the city. And that's the way I was thinking of growing. Of course, making huge investments, on the facility. But because of these new ways of thinking, I'm actually noticing that I can do both. I can do that, of course, to keep growing, but at the same time, I'm growing, let's say, outside or reaching places where I have not to be sitting on, like places across Mexico where there are small or other options, so that I'm becoming global. So that's why it completely changed the way of doing business for me.
That's great. And what do you say to people who say you cannot teach martial arts online? What's your opinion of that now?
I know martial arts way of teaching, or let's say working, has been traditional since, I'm not going to name decades, I'm going to name centuries. That
Right.
You always have to have a teacher and a student in the same place. Because of this, we are, let's say, rising up the martial arts business into, let's say, the new era. I think martial arts, it's one of the last ones that hasn't made that jump, because I know tradition or someone haven't came with these ideas that we're actually exploring. So that's why I will tell. As martial arts, we have to be open for new ways of doing things. So that's the only thing that I will encourage people to do so.
Great. And what would you say to people who are thinking about joining the Dojo Student Blueprint? What would your advice be?
I will say that it's a really worth investment. As a businessman, I would say if you don't invest on your own business, you're never going to be growing. If you're not willing to look into new horizons, it's going to be hard for you to grow. You're going to be limited only to your area, your city, or a few people that you can change their mind or their way of life. With this, you can reach to more people, even globally. And as I said, and as a professor, it completely changed your mind in order to impact more people.
That's great. And is there anything else you'd like to share with our audience in regards to your experience before we go?
In my experience, for example, the course, it's for 9 weeks, for example, and at this point, even that I started in April, I have a lot of work to do because of this course, that I'm only, let's say, by week 3, and I already make significant changes in the way that I have been, let's say, making business, that I already impact not only myself, but also all my staff in the dojo. So that's one of the things that I would say to the audience, that this is not only for you, it's also impact your, let's say, direct crew, your direct people who works with you, and of course my students. They are actually really happy that because of this way of working that we develop at Blacksmith, we're going to be allowed to be back and of course safe with the pandemic. So that's what I want to say and to add to the conversation.
Well, we appreciate your time and we look forward to seeing your success. Thank you very much, Mario.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Have a great day.